Right, let's get right. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Deala T. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you all liking, comment on what we're discussing, subscribing to the channel so you don't never forget nothing, miss anything, and sharing with the world. And of course, when you come in here, family, get you something to drink, get you something to eat, get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Get comfortable. Because you see the title. Israel and Iran then played games with the ceasefire. Trump mad as a motherfucker. So let's get into this here.
Donald Trump is pissed. This video is going viral because Israel and Iran have violated the ceasefire. Donald Trump has asked about it as he's speaking outside of the White House, and he says you've got two countries that have been fighting for so long, they don't know what they're doing. He actually dropped that F-bomb.
Wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a minute. Let's get right. Trump said Israel and Iran has been arguing and fighting so long that they don't know what the fuck they doing. Yeah, he dropped the F-bomb. Trump. Yeah, Gangster Trump dropped the F-bomb, said Israel and Iran been fighting so long they don't know what the fuck they doing at this point. Clearly they need therapy, counseling, a teacher, a parent, someone to come in and to de-escalate the situation. Let's keep going.
Donald Trump is pissed. This video is going viral because Israel and Iran have violated the ceasefire. Donald Trump has asked about it as he's speaking outside of the White House, and he says you've got two countries that have been fighting for so long, they don't know what they're doing. He actually dropped that F-bomb.
Wow.
I'll play this video for you, but ladies and gentlemen, we've got tremendous news. This is massive. Maybe I
What's
don't
up,
mean
Eric?
tremendous in a good way.
You already know what it is, family.
Consequence.
My dog, No Filters. We
Trump
here,
posted
baby.
on
Tap
Twitter
in.
that
We
Israel
get it.
would
It's that
not
like
bomb
button. We
Iran,
here. Eric
they
in the
were engaging
building.
in a friendly
FAM.
plane wave.
FAM.
Now we've got reports.
Let's bring it back for Eric. That's my G. Let's bring it back for Eric. You see the title. Israel and Iran. They was bullshitting on the ceasefire. Trump mad in the motherfucker. And he's showing it. Like he mad at the motherfucker. He about to get on that action. He about to get active. Okay? So we want to make sure we understand right now what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? My dog, Tim Pool, he letting us know what's going on so we can know what we need to do, fam. Okay? Trump mad as a motherfucker. When the president mad and he talking shit, see, normally, normal presidents don't talk shit. You understand what I'm saying? Normal presidents just get a little mad and then they might say something and then get off that bullshit. Let's go.
Pissed. This video is going viral. Donald Trump is pissed. This video is going viral because Israel and Iran have violated the ceasefire. Donald Trump has asked about it as he's speaking outside of the White House, and he says you've got two countries that have been fighting for so long, they don't know what they're doing.
Wow.
He actually dropped that F-bomb. And we'll play this video.
He dropped the F-bomb.
We've got tremendous news. This is massive. Maybe I don't mean tremendous in a good way. I mean of consequence. Donald Trump posted on Truth that Israel would not bomb Iran, that they were engaging in a friendly plane wave.
Hold on, man. See, Trump sat there and spoke up for Israel and said that they won't bomb Iran. Have you all ever spoke up for somebody you know and they stupid as fucking fucked up your word? I'll wait. Have you ever spoke up for a motherfucker that you know because you giving your word for them and they still fucked up and fucked your word up? That's the situation with Trump. Trump gonna tell Israel, gonna tell Iran that Israel ain't gonna bomb y'all no more. And then they turn around and do the shit. So now Trump look like a dumbass because he over there acting like he in control, like he got power, like he can make motherfuckers do this and do that. But the fact that he even said that shit for Israel, fam, you America, why is you telling Iran that Israel ain't gonna do something? You America. What are you doing? Because now they fucking did it after your ass talking about they wasn't gonna do it. So now that make Trump look stupid as fuck. That's why he over here cussing, talking about They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Let's keep going.
Reports that Israel actually dropped that F-bomb. Donald Trump is pissed. This video is going viral because Israel and Iran have violated the ceasefire. Donald Trump has asked about it as he's speaking outside of the White House, and he says you've got two countries that have been fighting for so long, they don't know what they're doing. He actually dropped that F-bomb. And we'll play this video for you. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got tremendous news. This is massive.
Tremendous. This massive.
Tremendous in a good way.
This real shit.
Of consequence.
What's up, Andrea? I see you.
Donald Trump posted on Truth that Israel would not bomb Iran, that they were engaging in a
Oh, no, Andrea, let's get right. Let's get right, Andrea Fox. Andrea Fox said he knew this was going to happen. He been lying to you. Are you talking about Trump? Because if you talking about Trump, Trump been lying to you and me and all of us that's at No Filters. That's FAM. See, when fam them in here, we tapped in. It's real. Trump ain't just lied to me, Andrea Fox. Trump lied to you and me and your brothers, your sister, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your everybody, your distant people, your best friend. Let's get right, people. When you come in No Filters, we talking that real shit. Don't talk that shit in there. We gonna get right. He lied to you and me. Let's go.
Plain wave. Now we've got reports that Israel defied Donald Trump and bombed Tehran anyway. So this is I don't know.
Because think about it. Who is Trump to Israel? Who is Trump to Iran? Shit, who is Trump to Pakistan? Who is Trump about? Yeah. There, what's up, Don? What's up, Don? Don said lie about what? Andrea probably want to put that out there because she said that Trump lied to everybody about bombing shit, what he was gonna do, what he ain't gonna do. Right, that's what Eric Murphy said. Y'all keep forgetting he was at war at first. Right, that's the point. So now we understand that Iran don't give a fuck about telling Trump what they gonna do or not, or Israel. War has already been put in play with them before the timing. Now. So for him to tell Iran that Israel ain't gonna do nothing, like he is in power, like that much power, no, listen, bro, you're not in that much power at all, okay? Trump is America. America. Stop. Stay here. America. Because now you've given your word to some dumb motherfuckers. And now it didn't even fall through. Eric Murphy say his first term. Shout out to you, Eric. Yeah, his first term. Yeah. So now we understand who lied and who didn't, because his first term said that. Even when he said that, even when Trump said that they can't move in the National Guard into any wars, any situation without that government or that governor speaking in that term or that city or that state, that did not happen this time. Trump just went right the fuck in and just bombed some shit, bombed some bunkers. 3 of them. After that, Iran was like, U.S. citizens better duck and chill the fuck out, because if we see y'all, we're going to demonstrate on y'all. Okay? So let's get right on what we're talking about here. Now, Trump is mad because he know whatever he did say wasn't going to happen is happening. So now he mad. So let's keep going.
How Trump's going to respond to this is on his way to NATO. Donald Trump has asked about it as he's speaking outside of the White House, and he says you've got two countries that have been fighting for so long, they don't know what they're doing.
They don't even know what they're doing. They've been fighting that long.
Drop that F-bomb. We'll play this video for you. But
Eric said with a drone.
We've got tremendous.
Oh, that's crazy, fam. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Hit that like button. We in here, family. We in here. That's crazy work if they got to use a drone. You understand me? They got to use a drone.
Trump is pissed. This video is going viral because Israel and Iran have violated the ceasefire. Donald Trump has asked about it as he's speaking outside of the White House, and he says you've got two countries that have been fighting for so long, they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
He actually dropped that F-bomb. And we'll play this video for you. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got tremendous news. This is massive. Maybe, I don't mean tremendous in a good way.
This shit is massive.
Of consequences.
Consequences.
Posted on Truth that Israel would not bomb Iran, that they were engaging in a friendly plane wave.
A friendly plane wave?
Now we've got reports.
That's the report.
That Israel defied Donald Trump.
Israel defied Donald Trump. So Donald Trump spoke up for Israel and said what Israel is going to do and what they're not going to do. And Israel said, fuck you, Trump. I'm going to do what I want because this is where I live. These are my people. This is where we're at. Think about it. Can't nobody come over here to America and just say, oh, and then, no, nobody can come over here to America and then go tell somebody that America is not going to fuck y'all up. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Nobody's going to speak up for America and tell other people or other countries that America is not going to fuck y'all up. So I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck made Trump think that he can just call somebody and tell them what another fucking country finna do. What made this man think he could call these people and tell them what another country gonna do? I wait, fam, because that type of, let me tell you something, man. Billionaire power, and then like in the hood, we used to call that shit like zillionaire. Because think about it. Like millionaire, billionaire, it's gotta be like a zillionaire, then the cajillionaire, then the oglillionaire. You feel me, fam? Like, come on, fam. What kind of levels of the money? So the point I'm making is, if you a millionaire talking shit, that's shit talking. But if you a billionaire, you in a Diddy case. You a Tyler Perry type of motherfucker that can get off whatever you want to do and do it the way you want to. But if you a zillionaire, the fuck? What type of bag is that? Is that Donald Trump bag? That's that Donald Trump bag where Donald Trump was a realtor and he can just call shots because he got the Trump Towers. But if you a cajillionaire, a cajillionaire, you feel me, fam? If you a cajillionaire, shit, you can go and tell somebody else that another country ain't gonna bomb y'all. That's what you got going, fam. You can tell you can tell a motherfucker that another country not gonna bomb you and you ain't got shit to worry about. Come on, fam. Ain't nobody telling nobody what America gonna do and what ain't gonna do. So for Trump to even do that, see, that's what killed me about the U.S., bro. Because we step in and try to play this role as if we can, like we the ones that's just finna, like the mediators. You know what I'm saying? Like a mediator. Hit that like button. There's no filters. We in here. It's love. You already know. Let me know what we doing. Texas Repo says, how long have you been following politics? Texas Repo say, have you been paying attention the last 4 years? He said, you don't look like it. Eric come in and say, you can buy a country. Ha ha. That's real. Because as a cajillionaire or a zillionaire, you can buy a country. Fuck it. That's the biggest thing. Shout out to Texas Repo. I appreciate you pulling up, family. Hit that like button. You in here. Let me tell you something about knowing something and then understanding what's in your eyes and right in front of your face. You never want to be those people that have to read the news that says we are at war. You should be knowing when war is at war. Right now, you have people like Trump that's mad because he told a country that another country wasn't going to do shit to him. That's the problem. That's what happened. Trump told these people what's not going to happen, and the shit happened. So now Trump is mad. Let's keep going for Texas Repo.
Tehran anyway. Viral. Because Israel and Iran have violated the ceasefire. Donald Trump has asked about it as he's speaking outside of the White House, and he says you've got two countries that have been fighting for so long, they don't know what they're doing. He actually dropped that F-bomb.
He dropped that F-bomb.
For you. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got tremendous news. This is massive.
This is massive.
I don't mean tremendous in a good way. I mean of consequence. Donald Trump posted on Truth that Israel would not bomb Iran, that they were engaging in a friendly plane wave. Now we've got reports that Israel defied Donald Trump and bombed Tehran anyway.
Israel still bombed Iran after Trump told them they wasn't.
Trump's going to respond to this. He's on his way to NATO. He's going to have no patience and no tolerance at this point. The story is, and this is quite ridiculous, Donald Trump says ceasefire in effect. This should bring about the end of the war. He said immediately Israel starts launching the biggest
hold on.
we've ever seen. And he's pissed off.
So we understand that Israel and Iran is at war right now. We understand Israel and Iran is at war right now. Okay, let's be clear. Because when Texas Repo coming here saying this and that, and then what JB he gonna pull up in a minute. JP or something, he gonna pull up in a minute. I'm with you, fam. He said, let's see what's happened. Don't panic and cry about it. So you gotta understand something, Texas Repo. This ain't no cry. This ain't no panic. Look at me. Look at the tone of my skin. You think we... This ain't no fucking panic. I'm gonna tell you what this is. This is a fucking warning. You understand? And that's the problem with the world. We can see some shit with our own fucking eyes and still don't even take it as a warning. Don't even take it serious as a, oh, you need to note that. We just let that shit ride by and it's nothing. But then all of a sudden, we hear about it again, and now we got to spin that back. We got to spin that back to hear that shit again, to know that was real. That man just said, Trump know that they are at war, and war is happening right now. So why would he be initiating anything in an act of war that has nothing, or Iran, oil, has to do with us? See, I be feeling like we step in because we got connections with everybody, fam. You got to understand why we stepping in this shit. We got connection with oil. I don't give a fuck what it is. Air, oil, breathing, water, juice, soda, blood, health, shoes, skin, clothing. I don't give a fuck. We trading with everybody. Them fucking tariffs. Yeah, the tariffs. We got to connect with everybody. We got to deal with everybody, fam. So we don't get to just be like, oh, Trump just stepping in because, oh, it ain't his problem, but the problem really is Iran and Israel just can't seem to get along. So then Trump got to step in. So you got to understand something. When Trump step in, the Americans are stepping in. We, you, me, we are stepping in when he step in. Because he represents us. Black, white, yellow, red, green, motherfucker, purple. You ever seen a purple motherfucker? Look at these black ass motherfuckers. They purple. Some of them is. Oh, trust me. It's all type of colors out here, nigga. But it's just a fact. You American, nigga. You over here. You on this soil with me. You are with me over here. Eric Murphy said, and he's starting World War III. Say that shit for the people in the back, Eric. And he's starting World War III. The man is getting involved in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with him. But I feel like he feel like it has to, because he feel like he wants to make peace. So you got to understand something. Hit that like button. We cooking. Hit that like button, fam. We cooking. The man is involved for several reasons. Trump is involved for Americans' own game through the tariffs. Trump is involved for the fact that we do really need no wars. I mean, think about it, fam. Like they got on them in Libya, like back in 2003, 2013, when the Libya dude was trying to do something, and Clinton and them was like, no, we came, we saw, and we killed. They shut him down because he was on some nuclear war shit. He was on some nuclear weapon shit. You get what I'm saying? That's fine. Yeah, but see, that's the thing, Texas Repo. See, educating me is educating no filters. Educating fam. See, we fam here. We educate each other. Those that know more than me will allow them to tell me what we need to know so I can tell my people what's going on. So the biggest thing I'm trying to say is about that Libya shit. Back in that day when dude was on nuclear war shit and America stepped in, they stepped in to shut it down because they like, damn, we don't need no nuclear weapons everywhere. So in my head, Trump stepping in now because he like, damn, y'all over there cooking up nuclear weapon shit? Y'all over there cooking up some shit that can be nuclear? Y'all over there cooking up something that can fuck up the world real quick in one missile, one button? I understand that. Because if I was the president and I heard that some motherfuckers over here got some shit that can destroy the world in one drop, one button, one call, one thought, on sight, or we finna shut you down, motherfucker. Because I got kids, I got family, I got everybody in this world. You think we finna allow you to just feel how you feel? So you gotta understand, in Iran and Israel, they got rules to shit over there. They got religion to shit over there. They choose to live a certain way and act a certain way and treat their people a certain way over there. Like, you can't get off with shit over there that you get off with shit over here in America, fam. At all. So over there, it's a different level. It's a different story. Like Muslims and shit, nothing against Muslims, nothing against Christianity, nothing against what you believe in as a human. But there are rules to shit, fam. Hit that like button. We in here. Subscribe. We in here. No filters. Deala T. Subscribe, family. We in here. We cooking. Everybody has rules and regulations to everything that they're a part of. Whatever organization that you're in or whatever you're a part of, there's rules and regulations. The point I'm making is, over there in Iran and Israel, there's rules and regulations to whatever the fuck's going on over there. So the way they feeling about nuclear shit, war shit, starting shit, fighting shit, blowing up shit, for whatever reason, they could be feeling that type of way just because, oh, that's their religion. They can be feeling that type of way just because that's their culture. And we over here stepping in, that's real. The Aqua Bearer says our culture is free, real. Respectfully, that's that. Eric Murphy says nope. Let me know what you're saying no to, Eric, so I can know how we coming. The point I'm making is that whatever they're doing over there is not what we're doing over here. So there are reasons for that shit, and for to be on bombings, fighting, coming against civilians, whatever the case may be, it's a different level. And even if that was their religion, we couldn't say shit because they believe in that shit, fam. They live and die by that shit because that's their fucking religion. So now you got Trump speaking up, telling Israel that Iran ain't gonna bomb no more. Or telling Iran that Israel ain't gonna bomb no more. But yet they have a religion, a creed, a code, and a life that they live by. So how the fuck Trump gonna tell somebody what they are gonna do and what they not gonna do? These people living a different life. They probably ain't felt Egyptian cotton on their skin and who the fuck knows ever. I wait. These people ain't probably ever drunk clean water in their life. Shit. Josh A said to give it a week. John said, you think they ain't moved them already 3 days before? Let me tell you something, John. Here at No Filters, you are letting us know the information that we need to know so we can inform our fam. FAM, type FAM if you in here with me, fam. We in here. See, we are informing family here what's going on in the world so we are prepared and we don't get the news late. That's what's going on here, family. You understand? Shout out to John. FAM. Shout out to Eric. You know what it is. That was for the comment. Shout out to you, Eric. It's all good. Let's keep going. Trump mad as a motherfucker. Let's go.
Donald Trump is pissed.
Woo.
This video is going viral because Israel and Iran have violated the ceasefire. Donald Trump has asked about it as he's speaking outside of the White House, and he said two countries that have been fighting for so long, they don't know what they're doing.
He cussing.
He actually dropped that F-bomb.
He
I'll
cussing.
play this video for you, but ladies and gentlemen, we've got tremendous news. This is massive. Maybe I don't mean tremendous in a good way. I mean of consequence. Donald Trump posted on Truth that Israel would not bomb Iran, that they were engaging in a friendly plane wave. Now we've got reports that Israel defied Donald Trump and bombed Tehran.
See, this how you know the government be lying about shit. That man just, let me bring it back for y'all. And let me bring it back for the people in the back. Listen clearly to this man saying when Trump said, even when they was fighting, Iran and Israel was fighting and shit, Trump still called that shit as a friendly fade. That's what Trump called it. A friendly fade. Who the fuck countries are exchanging war as a friendly fade? Motherfucker, people dying. That ain't no friendly fade. Bitch, a friendly fade is, hey, nigga, you talking shit, come here. No, come here. Let's go outside. No, you talking that shit, you talking that shit, come here. Let's go outside. Yeah, let's go outside. It's called boot up, nigga. We St. Louis. We don't do that friendly nothing. We finna boot up and see if it's my family and we on that. Come here, nigga. Come here. Let's go get at that right now. Come here. Friendly fade. You can't friendly fade with no country. Y'all must ain't heard what the fuck he just said. Let me bring it back for y'all in the back.
Maybe, I don't mean tremendous in a good way, I mean of consequence. Donald Trump posted on Truth that Israel would not bomb Iran, that they were engaging in a friendly plane wave.
They were engaging in a friendly plane wave. That is the exact words. Bro, John A. said Iran is going full strength now on their nuclear program. That's what I'm saying, fam. They're going full strength nuclear. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, family. We in here. We cooking. Iran is fully on that. But it's just the fact that why would Trump even downplay that shit to act like it's nothing? He gonna say they was just having a friendly back and forth. Bitch, you can't friendly back and forth with no country and no motherfucking bombs. Fuck is wrong with you? What? See, that's how you know people don't take our lives serious. What's up, Bean and Cheese back in the building? Bean and Cheese back here. He said, didn't I tell them folks it wasn't no ceasefire? Shout out to you, fam. I knew you knew it, but see, I got hip. And that's why I said, heard no filters with Deala T. All my fam here, Bean and Cheese, Eric Murphy, we in this motherfucker. John, we here. Hey, we informing everybody of what's going on. You understand? So bring it. Let me know what the level is. Ben and Cheese say he already told them folk no ceasefire. But let me tell you the funky part about it. These media motherfuckers will put it out there as if they did. And then act like it was nothing. And if Trump didn't really know that they wasn't going to abide by the rules. What are the rules, Trump? Who put the rules in place? Iran is catching a fade with Israel. And you stepping in like, stop fighting? Let's keep going.
We've got reports that Israel defied Donald Trump and bombed Tehran anyway. So this is, I don't know how Trump's going to respond to this. He's on his way to NATO. He's going to have no patience and no tolerance at this point. The story is, and this is quite ridiculous, Donald Trump says ceasefire in effect. This should bring about the end of the war. He said immediately Israel starts launching the biggest bombs we've ever seen.
What?
And he's pissed off. He says, yes, you
Leaning in this motherfucker, you already know what it is, fam. We in here.
You go out and launch your biggest assault with the biggest bombs we've ever seen. Now, Iran reportedly launched a strike against Israel at the 11th.
Okay, so let's get right, fam. Let's get right. We understand Trump has no power over Israel. He got no power over Iran. Clearly, they didn't cease fire and they ain't stop shit. Hit that like button when you come in here, family. You know what it is. No filters. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We in here. We cooking. You understand? Right now, Trump then got in. He done got in a little ahead of himself at this point. He done told people what, he told Iran that Israel gonna stop fighting. They gonna stop bombing. Israel said, fuck you, Trump. We gonna keep doing this shit because this is our people. This is our situation. And this is how we feel. So we gonna do what the fuck we wanna do. That is exactly the situation. Now, Trump mad as a motherfucker. He talking big shit. He say they can't do nothing on their fucking own. We have to step in and help these people. Okay, so who the fuck is we? I wait. Shit, nigga. I ain't a part of no fucking military. I don't get no government check. Shit, bitch, we was getting government cheese back in the day. I don't get no government check. Who the fuck is we stepped in? See, it be killing me when Americans be talking like, oh, we stepped in. We gonna handle them. We can bomb them. We can take over their life. We can run everything. Shut the fuck up with that we shit. Your dumb ass at home eating ramen noodles. You ain't on the front line, nigga. Fuck is you talking about we? When Trump make a decision about America doing something, motherfucker, he making that decision for you and he making that shit for you and me. You understand that? So when Trump say, oh, we finna go fuck them up, that means Trump, you and me finna go fuck them up. You ain't register that? Oh no, my bad, Lightskin. Lightskin said, oh, then guess what? They both gonna have to deal with the consequences. Then Lightskin says again, he talking about the military. Oh, my bad, Lightskin. I appreciate you being in here. Shout out to you. Hit that like button. It's love. Let me explain something to you, Lightskin. You an American. Trump is an American. He walks around with a hat that says, make America great again. If Trump does something, it is in the name of America and Americans around the world and abroad. Lightskin, wherever you are, if you in America, on American soil, you a fucking American. So trust me, stop thinking that it's just the fucking military, my nigga. Because at the end of the day, when Trump says he gonna do something and America is gonna do something, that is you and me. Because whether we have the military to defend us or the military to be on the front line, regardless, they represent who? Some of them motherfuckers, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your best friend. That's in the military, American military. Lightskin, where you at, fam? Stay with me, Lightskin. Right. John, they say the people. No, we're the people. And again, when Trump make a decision and Trump does something, he represents the American people. And if you're an American person, an American people, he represents your ass, as well as the military, motherfucker. So my point is that at the end of the day, when Trump make a move, he represents you and me. And he didn't even sit down with us to talk about whatever the fuck he finna do. Hit that like button. We cooking, because I need people to understand what this is doing to us at home, in the American house. Because people are so comfortable, they like, oh, well, you know, they just talking to the military. They just talking about the military. They just talking about the armed forces, the Navy SEALs, you know, just the military, you know. Yeah, the American military. Yeah, okay, cool. So you don't think when they done getting at the American military, they gonna come for the people that's behind them? Wake the fuck up. Shout out to Lightskin. See, now we touching real shit. Because here at No Filters with Deala T, we gonna tap into real shit so you can wake the fuck up. Lightskin says, to be honest, I'm scared. Shout out to you, Lightskin. Don't worry about that. We in this shit together. We gonna pull out every motherfucking stop we got to make sure we survive for us and our kids, fam. We in here together. All right? This is the reason why we need the information. John H. just said, I have a friend in Iran. Okay, see, now we understand. See, John H. is here with America. You fam, John. We here, fam. But you got people over there in them areas that could be possible ops. I think you need to get in touch with your partner in Iran and see what the fuck going on so we can tap out and understand that this man need to either come home, if he's American, and get away from that shit. All right? That's a real thing, fam. That's just real. Okay? So let's make sure we understand what's going on. Now, at the end of the day, shout out to you. Lightskin said it's time to wake half of the world up. It's still sleeping. Tap in to No Filters. Hit that like button. Subscribe now. We're going to wake the world up because at the end of the day, war is right here in our face. Right now. Even if that wasn't the American people war that we initiated with somebody, war is happening in our faces through other countries. And yet Trump has gotten involved as if he's the big bad motherfucking bully. He didn't got involved like he run the world. He didn't got involved like he daddy and these grown ass men are his kids. These are presidents. These are prime ministers. These are world leaders. This how he treating them. So again, when Trump step in and act like he can't be fucked with, clearly he represents you and me. So clearly we all saying we can't be fucked with. You understand? But you need to understand what come with that. Because where I come from, we have to look into the ops before we make a move in the world. Trump feel the same way. He's clearly looked into Israel and Iran and feel like they ain't shit. And that he can step in and step all over them. Every time Trump does something, you did it. See, that's why we as people in America got to speak up and start saying, Trump, bro, hold up, Trump. I get it that you are the authority and that we not playing them games over here in the fucking world. What's up, What's up, Alfredo K? What's up with you? Hit that like button. We in here. Subscribe, family. We in here. No filters. The point I'm trying to make is that I would love for Trump to ask the world before he just go into war. Because back in the day when World War I and II, they didn't ask nobody about shit. They just did it. But see, now it's a different because we all have a voice. Right now, this is no filters. We have a voice. We're talking about this shit right now. We're here. This wasn't happening back then in World War I and II. Okay? Nobody had a fucking voice. Whatever you heard, you had to just go through the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So the point is different now. But see, the difference is with Trump, he's not really a politician. He's really a gangster. He's really, and I ain't talking about no shoot 'em up bang bang gangster. I'm talking about gangster like, what the fuck you talking about? What we doing? He has power. He can make people go this way and that way. He can direct traffic. That's what I mean by Trump power as a authority figure, not as a politician. So he really looking at the Iran and Israel situation on some gangster shit. He not looking at that shit as politically, how that can affect allies, other people, countries that can help us. Because what you heard the other day, Putin, Russia, saying that people like Pakistan and other people are reportedly sending Iran nuclear help. Why the fuck would they be doing that? So let's get understood on what's going on here when we talk about why would Putin be telling us other countries helping Iran to come against America. Patrick, what's up, family? Patrick says, in addition to Trump incompetence, he has a Mickey Mouse cabinet. Scary. Shout out to you, Patrick, because with that being said, we understand the levels of Trump and his position and being around so long. Trump knows every level of positions in the world. And I'm talking about low level. No, we're not low because he came into rich money. High levels, molecular levels, and optimal levels of money and power. So you have to understand, he can talk that gangster shit and tell the country, ain't nobody gonna bomb y'all. And then when they do, he's like, oh, fuck y'all. We about to fuck y'all up. See, that's what you gotta understand. This conversation today and tonight is about what the fuck is Trump finna do? Because Israel and Iran did not cease fire. So when I say what Trump finna do, that represents you and me. That means what is America finna do to these people? Let's keep going.
Trump says this was one rocket, didn't hit anybody, and it's not a reason for retaliation or escalation.
Oh,
Israel
shit.
says it was more than just
He
one.
said it was one rocket, did hit nobody.
I think
they just sent it over there to
basically
bomb
got
some
on
shit
being
and
like,
explode.
We're going to get the last word. We're going to show, it's like when Israel said, Iran reportedly launched a strike against Israel at the 11th hour. Trump says this was one rocket, didn't hit anybody, and it's not a reason for retaliation or escalation.
What?
Israel says it was more than just one. Now,
Let's go, family. You see it.
I think
Ali Curious see it. You know it.
Like, we're gonna get the last
Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. It's no
like,
filters. We in here Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Get hip.
You got a problem. You got a problem. Like, nobody wants to be the one who backs that. That is, and this is quite ridiculous. Donald Trump says ceasefire in effect. This should bring about the end of the war. He said immediately Israel starts launching the biggest bombs we've ever seen. And he's pissed off.
The draft coming up. The draft coming up, Nep. You already know. Tap that in. We're going to stay in it. 419. Been in 419. Get ready for the draft. Unc, I'm with you, Nep. We win here.
Now, Iran reportedly launched a strike against Israel at the 11th hour. Trump says this was one rocket, didn't hit anybody, and it's not a reason for retaliation or escalation.
Bro, hold up. First of all, hold up. First of all, think about this for a second, y'all. Think about this for a second. How the fuck somebody can, like, shoot a rocket at your area and then say it's nothing? The man shot a fucking rocket into an area of somebody else's land and said it was nothing. How many of you dumb motherfuckers finna sit there and take that shit serious? Because if you fam, if you FAM, type FAM, if you fam, I know you don't believe that bullshit. If you fam, I know you know that was dumb as hell what he just said. That man just told me that they shot rockets into somebody else's land and they was just dummies. Like it was just nothing. Bitch, if it was nothing, you started something. Think about it, bro. How many, you think y'all finna just let somebody shoot at your area? Like, think about it. If you at your house and somebody shoot at your, what the fuck is that? Your, what is that? Your shed, your backyard shed, right? If they shooting at you, bop, 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 and they hit your shed, your backyard shed, or something in the backyard, just a shed, or fuck the shed, just in the back area of your home. If something hits or lands, I'm sure you gonna come outside with your shotgun and be ready to fuck everything up in sight. I'll wait. So why the fuck would Donald Trump and these reports be saying that they bombed 3 different bunkers, but they were only just lights, camera, action? Like it really wasn't nothing. Make some sense of that for me, fam. You don't think they bamboozling us? See, this the shit I got a problem with because I feel like they hoodwinking me. They hoodwinking you. They bamboozling me. They bamboozling you. They lying, bold-faced lie to you and me right in our fucking face. See, this what I got a problem with, fam. This what I got a problem with. Because why the fuck would y'all say them bombs ain't shit? Darren Mayfield, what's up, family? He says, I see a much bigger problem. Shout out to you, Darren Mayfield. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We in here 9 to 9 every motherfucking Monday through Friday. You understand me? Mayfield said, I see a much bigger problem. See, this is what I want people to understand about No Filters and Deala T. I want y'all to understand the problem before we hear about it on the fucking news. That is the point of us. You need to know about this before you hear, oh, breaking news. Oh, this just in. How they be saying it? Breaking news. Or they say shit like, this just in. Americans are evacuating their houses because there are demonstrations of Iran military on U.S. soil. Now I wait to understand, how the fuck would you feel to hear that? Huh? I just want to know for a second, fam. Let's be real. If you do you really gotta hear breaking news or just in? America is being attacked on U.S. soil for the first time in our lives, probably. Pearl Harbor was like the water. But like American soil, like U.S. American soil, shit, I feel like 9/11, motherfucker, was that. So if it ain't 9/11 or nothing like that, fuck that. Cool. Point I'm making, why do we have to sit back and see it on the news to take it serious? I mean, let me know in the comments, fam. Talk to me. Why do we sit back and have to see the shit on the fucking news? Just to take it serious, just to get real, just to start packing bags, just to start putting canned goods together, just to start saving water, just to start preserving shit around this motherfucker. You understand? Shout out to FC. Shout out to FC. Pearl Harbor. Yeah, that's when they bombed us, Pearl Harbor, but it wasn't on the actual, like, it was like water ground soil, American soil, but it wasn't like this soil right here while I'm talking to y'all like soil. Okay? So what I'm saying is, why would it be like that? Why do we have to wait for breaking news? This just in. Hit that like button, family. We cooking. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We cooking. Why do we have to wait to the news to tell us this dumb shit? And then we have to wait for the news to tell us we in shit. If it walk like a duck, if it quack like a duck, it's a fucking duck. We don't get to do those things. You understand? We don't get to look at those situations and just look at it like it's nothing. You understand what I'm saying? We have to see shit for what it really is. Trump is really saying he's going to step in and do what he feels needs to be done for the safety of the world because of nuclear weapons. Is that gonna help or hurt us, fam? Because right now, he's speaking for you and me. Let's keep going.
Israel says it was more than just one. Now, here's what I think. I think you've got Iran being like, we're going to get the last word. We're going to show. You know, it's like when two guys are at a bar and one guy's like, you got a problem, you got a problem, you got a problem. Like, nobody wants to be the one who backs down.
Yeah.
You back down from me. And the result then is Trump getting pissed and saying stop. And then Israel saying no. Now, the reporting is Israel carried out the strike.
What?
And then talked with Trump and said, okay.
Hold on, straight up. Hold on, straight up. Straight up. Hold on, straight up. Straight up came in here and just said, but they wasn't even building nuclear. So what was they building, straight up? Let me know what they was building, fam, and we gonna ride. What was they building, straight up, if they wasn't building nuclear shit? Because you got to understand, they dealing with uranium, and then uranium just went missing out of fucking nowhere. Where did the uranium go? Let's keep going.
More. As this was one rocket, didn't hit anybody, and it's not a reason for retaliation or escalation. Israel says it was more than just one. Now, here's what I think. I think basically you've got Iran being like, we're going to get the last word. We're going to show. You know, it's like when two guys are at a bar and one guy's like, you got a problem, you got a problem, you got a problem. Like, nobody wants to be the one who backs down.
Hold up.
Like, you back down from me. And the result then is Trump getting pissed and saying stop.
What?
And then Israel saying no. Now, the reporting is.
Hold on, man. Hold up, man. That man just said nobody wants to back down and show that they not. Now, I get that part. But see, where I come from, if we hear that them motherfuckers over there got some shit that we can't fuck with or some shit, now either we gonna go get some shit that can handle that shit, or we about to go get some shit that's gonna end everything. Okay? So it's a big difference when we talk about hearing threats of war, threats of continuously bombing, and then Trump getting involved about the shit as if it's not even a problem. And he got me and you involved. And now we trying to figure out we at war. That's the problem here, fam. He mad because Israel didn't do what he said. Iran didn't do what he said. And now we at war with these motherfuckers because he over here trying to tell people, hey, stop. But they like, fuck you, Trump. We're going to do what the fuck we want to do. Who the fuck are you? Do you understand how serious Trump just caused our lives in the last month? See, you niggas at home chilling and shit. People at home comfortable and shit. Something to eat, drink, smoke, chilling. Got this going, playing the fucking game. Yeah, y'all, chill. See, this day and age see, we ain't never heard world war. We've never heard that in this day and age, in our lives. See, to us, war sound like the history books. Hit that like button, we cooking. Subscribe to the No Filters, we cooking. We have never heard nothing about war today in this present life. We've only heard that shit in like the history books, fam. So the history books make it feel like we'll never even see war. So let's be real, fam. Come on, let's be real. You and me never really feel like war is really real because we read that shit in the history books. We read that shit in school, fam. Who really thought like war would come like to our front doorstep? And now that it's here at our doorstep, y'all don't even really know how to act. Because everybody's still acting normal. Everybody's still calm. Everybody's still cool. Everybody's still doing the same shit they did yesterday. Why? Because we have social media. We have our regular lives. We have every agenda of living that we so immune to and used to, that to just hear war, we don't even take that serious. That's how far along we brainwash. Oh man, that's another conversation. Let me say that for the niggas in the back. Let me say that for them in the back. We so motherfucking brainwashed that we can hear about war in its simplest form, or we can even hear that we are flirting with war and still don't feel no type of way. And go right back to living how we living. Now think about this. Back in World War I and II, how did them people feel when they heard about World War? I'll wait. How did the people feel in World War I days and World War II days knowing that they were going to go to war? See, y'all keep talking that shit like it's just the military going to war. The people are going to war because we are losing, lacking, and we become so psychologically trapped in a place of war in our minds. Because if real war is here at our doorstep, y'all wouldn't even be sitting here talking. You know what them people feel like in Israel and Iran that's actually seeing war at they fucking front door? Y'all couldn't fathom what war looks like at your front door. You couldn't fathom what war looks like in another area, in your state. Like in your city or your state, in your spot, some of you all probably can know what war is like, but not like military war, world war. It might be hood war, projects war, street war, regular shit. But like world war on your soil, y'all don't know what the fuck that's like. Art of Mine 559 says, your point is, my point is at No Filters with Deala T is that we informing my fam that you need to get right now. And whether that's guns, water, food, making sure family is good, making sure kids are together mentally, making sure that we understand what we have to do to maintain our family? That's what's important about conversation. Because at the end of the day, I don't know how y'all can hear about World War and still sit back like we just talking about the new sitcom or the new reality show or the new tip topic or the new trending topic. There's no way. This is World War III in our face beginning. What we gonna call it again? Pre-war. If those out there that don't believe that this is war right now, you soft, you scared, and you weak. Because at the end of the day, there's no way that it can walk like a duck, sound like a duck, quack like a duck. It's a fucking duck. We hear how they talking. We hear how they walking. We hear what they doing. It's a fucking war. You understand that? Let's keep going.
Carried out the strike anyway. And Iran reportedly launched a strike against Israel at the 11th hour. Trump says this was one rocket, didn't hit anybody, and it's not a reason for retaliation or escalation. Israel says it was more than just one. Now, here's what I think. I think basically you've got Iran being like, we're going to get the last word. We're going to show, it's like when two guys are at a bar and one guy's like, you got a problem, you got a problem, you got a problem. Like, nobody wants to be the one who backs down. Like, you back down from me. And
so you got to understand something. I'm a grown-ass man. I got family. If I'm at a bar or anything's going on in this type of situation like he was talking about, people don't want to back down. People don't want to say, hey, go ahead. It's all good. So you got to understand, the level I'm at in my life now, fam, I care about my life. I preserve my life. These things matter, fam. I want to be here. I got to be here for my kids. I got to be here for myself. I got to be here for my family. I got to be here for my brother Silk. I got to be here for my brother Wiz. I got to be here for family. You understand? This real shit. So for me, I'm a back down. Because I want to be here. See, you got to understand why people backing down, though. See, you got some motherfuckers that's soft as medicated cotton. They ain't shit. They'll never be nothing. But you got people that got to use wisdom to back down to a situation. Why? Because if I take that situation to another level, I might not make it back home to my kids. So I got to back the fuck down. You got to back the fuck down to make it home, to be safe. That's the world we living in. You understand that? We living in a world where the good is looked at as bad. And the bad is looked at as good as a motherfucker. We living in a world where people ain't speaking up when they see bad going on. Even if it can affect your dumb ass in the long run. We living in a world where you got young people a certain age being guided by young people a certain age that knows nothing. You understand that? So when we talk about backing down or standing up, you need to know when to back the fuck down and when to stand the fuck up. Because you might stand up and never stand up again because somebody set your ass down. You understand what the fuck I just... Oh, let me say it again for the niggas in the back. You might stand up for a situation where motherfuckers will make your ass back the fuck down and sit down the rest of your life because you stood up for that shit. So the point I'm making, you need to weigh out and balance what's valuable and what's not. Because like he said, Iran and Israel don't want to back down to Trump because they don't want to look a certain way. How many people is Israel representing? How many people is Iran representing? Hell, how many people do Donald Trump represent as the president of the United fucking States? I'll wait. So how do we understand that we don't get that this motherfucker is telling me Trump represents all of us right now on this motherfucker right now? Yeah, because he an American, we Americans. Iran represents every Iranian. Israel represents every motherfucking Israel. So when they make a decision, you and me are backing him because he represents us. If you agree or not, he represents us. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking today. Let's keep going.
Then is Trump getting pissed and saying stop, and then Israel saying no. Now the reporting is Israel carried out the strike anyway, and then talked with Trump and said, okay, we won't do any more. We've got the story from Deadline.
What's up, Eric? Say facts. That's real.
Guys, for those that have not...
For those that have not got in tune and know what's going on, Trump then said, fuck these people, Israel and Iran, and he about to get real active because they didn't win against his word that he spoke for them. This Trump right here. Let's go. Listen up. Listen up.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. That was a lot. That was a lot. This man said they came up with a deal and a plan to cease fire. They came up with a plan to cease fire. They didn't do it. Let's rehear Trump saying everything he just said so we can be clear on the situation. Listen to this, Plock. P-L-O-X. You in here, Plock. What's up? Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. You know we here.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen.
He said as soon as they all made the deal to cease fire, Israel came out and dropped bombs to the likes that Trump has never seen. Y'all don't feel some type of way about that? They create a cease fucking fire plan, and then they just bust out and said, fuck you, Trump. They dropped all that shit regardless. Hit that like button, family. Y'all in here with me. We subscribing. What we doing? We cooking. Let's keep going. This Trump.
But Israel violated it too.
And then talked with Trump and said, okay, we won't do any more.
What?
We've got the story from Deadline. But let me roll the tape for you guys, for those that have not seen it.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Iran and Israel violated.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them.
Hold on. So Trump says he told Israel that they had 12 hours. Israel said, fuck the 12 hours. They took the first hour and started dropping bombs. How the fuck Trump even telling him that they have a certain amount of time? See, that's what I be saying, bro. Like, come on, like, let's get real, fam. Tap in, like that shit. We cooking. How the fuck is Trump telling the media right in their face that we told them they had a certain amount of time to drop bombs? But yet he over here telling them that they shouldn't even be at war. He already said they shouldn't even be fighting. He told them don't do nothing. Y'all shouldn't be on shit. So how is he telling them y'all got 12 hours? And then they start dropping bombs the first fucking hour. What? ain't making no sense. Let's keep going.
And then talked with Trump and said, okay, we won't do any more. We've got the story from Deadline. But let me roll the tape for you guys.
Eric Murphy said he wants war. I agree. This Trump right here, listen up. Whole thing right now. Let's go.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land.
What?
I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Okay, hold on. Plox, what you say? My man never seen the ceasefire works. Eric say he telling us. Let him know what the fuck's going on here. Fam say you ate too much cheese, didn't you? That's real. Shout out to Mr. Frontenac. Hey, hit that like button, subscribe, family. This no filters. Let's get real. You just heard Trump say Israel and Iran been fighting so long, they don't know what the fuck they doing. Trump just spoke out. He just spoke and just cussed like it was fucking nothing. When have you heard a fucking president do that? See, that's why I don't call him President Trump. I just call him Trump or Donald. That's the thing. What's up, JC? You in here? What's up, family? You know what it is, man. Hit that like button, man. We here. You know we here. That man just cussed at the media and talked all that shit. Oh, we gonna hear that again. Oh yeah, Frontenac, make sure you stay with me, family. We here. Let's go.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that.
Oh, so there was a rocket shot that didn't land, and it was put out there. That's real different. Personality speaking says he the one who doesn't know what he's doing. You talking about Trump or Deala T? Who you talking about? Because you know you tapped into no filters. You dealing with the wrong ones. When you come to no filters, like, subscribe, comment, share the information that you have to enlighten us all on what's going on. If your dumb ass come in here and you talk about information that you don't have or information that you're hearing and you have a problem with that type of information, the biggest point is to give us your information. Because here at No Filters, we fam. And we type in FAM for fam because we in here. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We cooking. But at the end of the day, we all still know what we need to know what the fuck is going on. So don't come in here like you ain't trying to inform nobody of what's going on or what we doing. You understand what I'm talking about? Because take your dusty, boring ass on some motherfucking word. And you going to get called out. You going to get the picture. Because there's no filters. We don't give a fuck about none of that. We care about World War III and our faces being unfolded right in our faces. Shout out to you, JC, in the building. Let's keep going.
You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
That's Trump talking that shit.
Yo!
Woo!
Okay, my lifetime. I mean,
Hit that
Trump's
like
in
button,
for a
subscribe.
rude.
You know what he doing.
If he thinks, this is what the libertarians have been screaming about. It's not that Trump isn't a smart guy, that he doesn't have plans, that he's not tough. All of this is acknowledged. It's that these people are nuts. They're not going to stop fighting. They've been fighting for centuries.
What?
And Trump has done tremendous things, and this I do mean in a good way. The Abraham Accords were massive, and he is working as hard as he can to get this to stop. But crazy.
Let me say, let's get right. Plock said he called him Gangster Trump. Ha you know it because that's what he is. And then the Art of Mind said the White House is Trump's play toy. Patricia Dunn says, is that professional for president to say? Saying fuck, that they don't know what the fuck they're doing? Using the F-bomb? You know that ain't professional. I mean, it's not politically professional. Call it that. See, you have to understand, everything that we've seen from political parties and everything in the politics has just been more like clean suits, tight suits, clean suits. You know, everybody's has got a good smile, a good handshake. That's what the fuck we've been seeing from politics. So when you say, is it really unorthodox to hear a president say that two countries don't know what the fuck they're doing right to the media in their face? It makes sense for Trump to do it because Trump has always come out and just said shit. He's even got caught talking about women looking a certain way. Oh, we finna get into it. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We in here. We cooking right now. Let's get right. Trump has been speaking out and saying whatever the fuck he wants. See, that's how you know he's not a part of politics. He's a gangster that talk that shit. And nobody's gonna stop him. That's the difference. Mr. Grimm, you in here, you already know what it is. That like button, subscribe, family. We doing this. It's real. This man is allowing the people to see whatever he started, he's going to finish. He started talking shit, he's going to continue to talk shit. He started cussing, he's going to continue to cuss. Trump is literally recreating the highest office in the land. And he's doing it just like they're doing it with the movies, with the cameras, with the lights, camera, action right in front of our face. Also, Trump knows nobody's going to do nothing. Who's going to do something to Trump for cussing on TV, national TV? Nobody. He can talk that shit. But think about this. Don't you feel some type of way by hearing your president cuss? And be like, damn, my nigga, I fuck with you? You can hear your president cuss. Don't y'all feel some type of way? Like, damn, my president, like, he don't give a fuck. That nigga don't give a fuck. He like, these fucking countries don't know what the fuck they doing. That almost make you feel like, damn, like, he really about that life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you ain't never heard a president cuss. Like, what? I mean, like, publicly. All presidents cuss. Everybody cuss. But this man said that to the media like, I don't give a fuck what y'all gonna say or what y'all gonna do. Let's bring it back for the people in the back that didn't hear what the fuck Trump said.
Perhaps by mistake that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Okay, greatest
The
president of my
man
lifetime.
said, do you understand that?
I mean, Trump's in for a rude.
So it ain't like he said the shit and
He
walked
thinks
away.
this
He
is
said,
what
do
the
you understand what the fuck I
libertarians
just
have been
said?
It's not that Trump isn't a smart guy, that he doesn't have plans, that he's not tough. All of this is acknowledged. It's that these people are
Man,
nuts.
who the fuck
They're
saying
not going to
that?
stop fighting. They've been fighting for centuries.
Don't do that, JC.
And
Don't do that, JC. JC, don't do that, fam. You trying to give him a pass. I know what you want. JC said he may have been stressed. Fam, no. He looked like he was stressed. I'm going to be real. He do. But you know that he thinking like, damn, like I've been told both of y'all dumbass to stop. And y'all still on that shit. Y'all been fighting for 1,000 years. And y'all still okay with that shit. It's not a problem, motherfucker. What? Basically, we talking about two stupid motherfuckers that don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's the energy he was giving off. But it's just the fact that he said it and knew that he didn't have to answer to nobody. It's a new day in the White House, motherfuckers. That man can say what the fuck he want. Patrick Doon says JC making excuses now. Oh, shit. Let's go.
Trump has done tremendous things, and this I do mean in a good way. The Abraham Accords were massive, and he is working as hard as he can to get this to stop, but crazy is going to get crazy. So we've got this.
You keep deleting slot games.
That's crazy. It's too much. They allowing it. They have no control over it, but they will allow that to happen.
Show you this. Basically, you heard what Trump said. If Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket, I'm pissed. So he gets on Truth Social. He said, Israel, do not drop those bombs. If you do, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. All caps, by the way. He then followed up with, Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Israel then said, F you to Donald Trump.
What?
So this is, as I'm recording this is about a half an hour after this story dropped, and Trump's Truth Post about 2 hours ago, indicating, I think it's fair to say, they had more than enough time to call off this strike.
Oh.
Israel did not.
Israel had more than enough time to call off the strike in the midst of knowing that Trump knew about what was going on and they still pursued. That's the point I'm making. Trump runs nothing but America. He don't get to tell people what the fuck to do because none of them people give a fuck about what he's talking about doing. And then on top of that, he really don't give a fuck about the American people, even though Trump still got his own grandkids, wife, sons, daughters. See, I don't be understanding that when it comes to people in power. Dumbass niggas, y'all families is out here. And you thinking a bunker or some underground shit finna put your family up and they cool? Nah, nigga. Your aunties, your uncles gonna get hit. Trump. Because y'all trying to go to war and thinking that you finna go put your family up and that we gonna have to deal with the war that you create. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We cooking right now. Trump is starting some shit that affects his family too. It ain't like he can, I mean, I get it. He can put his whole family up in the mountains, in some shelter, some dungeon, something. But it's just a fact though, I don't understand how these presidents will cause these things and think that their family won't be affected. They got distant cousins. All of that shit. They might not even know about. But yet y'all create these situations and then think like, oh, y'all just affecting people that's not y'all or related to y'all. But dumbass, we all related. We all Americans, motherfucker. We all going through it. You feel it, we feel it too. You say something, you speaking for us. We sitting here got to tell your dumbass, shut the fuck up, Trump. One makes me want to tell Trump, shut the fuck up. And then there's another part of me that feels some type of way about him just taking a stand as a man, as a leader for America, and letting niggas know we ain't playing that shit over here. I feel all that. But I also feel a type of way about just hearing the term world war. Does that not shake you up, fam? Does that not move you? World war? You have to understand, man. Iran and Israel been at war. But when you say world war, now you're talking about the entire world at war. You have to break those things down for the niggas in the back that don't get it. This is a world war, meaning where the fuck you gonna hide when it go out, when it go down? Hit that like button. Subscribe, family. We in here. Stop playing with me. We cooking. Where you gonna hide when the war is going down? If it's a world war. See, if it's just Israel and Iran at war, that's okay, cool. Y'all over there fighting. Y'all all the way that way. We don't even see y'all, hear y'all, understand y'all. None of that. Okay, cool. But when you talk about world war, that means the whole fucking world is at war. People trying to team up with people. People trying to make allies and shit. People trying to discover motherfuckers. People trying to become something. You have nowhere to go when there is a world war. I'm so tired of motherfuckers acting like they smart. Y'all dumbass can't go no fucking where if there's a world war. That means the whole world at war. Something in my mind makes me think that dumbasses think that when you hear war, it's just the military. It's just Navy SEALs. It's just the Air Force. Bitch, when we at war, we at war. You, me, your little cousin, your kids, your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, nigga. Y'all, we all at war. Yeah. And if America is involved, you involved. I'm involved. We involved. Your family involved. Your grandma involved. Why? Because Trump represents us. We represent Trump. Why? Because the fucking name America. And we Americans. So why would you even think that it's okay to think that we're not at war? Oh, and there's some other dumbasses on here thinking that it's just politics when you hear war. Just politics. No, I'm sorry. No, 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 no. War is war. And it's every man for theyself. You understand that? That's war. And if you ain't on the same team, they're going to knock your ass off too. Stop thinking that Iran, Israel, Pakistan, and whoever the fuck else riding with them can't come over here to U.S. soil and touch your ass. I wait. Yeah. See, I said that because some of you soft-ass people out there that's like medicated cotton. Yeah, we know you're going to be ducking, Hines. We know you're going to be ducking. You're not going to stand. You're not even built for that. You don't even know what that's like to have to stand for something. I mean, even if it come down to like armed force. Y'all know what that's like. Terrence Pierre says they already heard. Shout out to you, Terrence. We already at war. They already here. They might not be in your neighborhood or in your area or in your projects, on your block, or at your corner store. But motherfucker, they here. Yeah, they here. They here for real. And they know they here because at the end of the day, there are more people working against us than working with us. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back. There are more people working against us than with us. And because of that, we have to understand it is a bigger picture in decreasing the population. There's a bigger picture in control. There's a bigger picture in war. So when you talk about this, Shao says Al-Qaeda is on our side, on our soil. Mickey and Angel said, yep, it's why we have 2A Bud, flag. Felix Gonzalez says, get ready, XYZ is here. Shell says, hey, thousands are here. So all we doing is bringing awareness. All we doing is understanding here at No Filters. We need to hit that like button, subscribe, and share with the world. Because we are at war right now. And the fact that it's Israel and it's Iran, and the fact that the United States want to enter that conversation, that plays a role about how mad or how bad they feel about us. I bet they felt like we've always controlled everything. I bet they feel like that we as Americans have always had to do with the regime change in their country. Think about it. Nobody outside of America has to do with a new president. So that's why I'm kind of shocked, astounded, and trying to understand about why America is fucking with other countries and trying to figure out changing their president and regime. One thought makes me think that those people are bad, corrupt, and that they want nuclear warheads or warfare. So America has to step in and say, hey, get rid of that guy. We don't believe in him. We need to lock him up because he wants to destroy the world with nuclear warheads and nuclear weapons. That makes every part of sense to me. But what don't make sense to me is why the fuck did Trump even get involved? Thinking he wasn't going to have to check these motherfuckers. Let's keep going.
Explosions ring out in Tehran despite Trump's order to Israel
What?
to stop strikes.
Hit that like button, family. We in here.
On Tuesday, despite U.S. President Donald Trump saying Israel had canceled airstrikes at his command to preserve an hours-old ceasefire. Two witnesses reached by telephone in the Iranian capital said they heard two loud explosions. Israeli army radio said Israel had struck an Iranian radar site near Tehran. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said Israel had carried out no further strikes after Netanyahu spoke to Trump. Except for that one.
You know something I love?
Shout out to fam over here just said. Who was that just said that right there?
It's a great deal. Also,
Terrence Pierre said the government protecting their investments.
Right now.
Francis Bridget and them says, hey, hold up. Francina Bridget says we need to mind our own business. Francina Bridget, you came into the wrong spot, ma'am. You had No Filters with Deala T. And this is fam in her FAM. Type FAM if you fam, because we ain't playing them games. Hey, we not minding no fucking business but the business that got to do with ours. And what has to do with ours as Americans, anytime the leader of the Americans speak for us, it's our fucking business. You understand me? Shout out to Terrence Pierre, fam. Shout out to Eric Murphy, fam. You know what's up. Don't come in this motherfucker talking about mind our own business. Because this is the business that minds me from what I'm doing to make sure my family is okay. This is the business that informs me what I need to do to make sure my family is okay. Shout out Elijah Peel, fam. Real fam. You already know it. Felix Gonzalez, fam. Stop playing with us. We FAM in this motherfucker, man. This is the information that allows us to know and be enlightened by family so we can know together what we need to do to survive. Because if we don't, it will be as it has been, man for theyself. So at the end of the day, we must speak up. We must have a voice. We must tell motherfuckers move out the way. Because at the end of the day, if Trump is going to go to war as he has spent, let me rephrase that. If Trump is fin to put himself into a war that's already happening, we, you, me, need to be prepared. Because that shit could go any fucking way. We need to know what's going on, family. We need to know the next move we need to make. Hell, we don't do nothing but do the same brainwashing shit every day. Wake up, shit, shower, shave, go to work. Come on, family, make sure everything's solid. Get back to your regular living fucking life. That's what the fuck's going on here. So how you telling me to mind my motherfucking business? You don't get to tell me to mind my business, bitch. My business is making sure my people that know Feelters knows what the world is doing. You understand? Shout out to Nene in this building. Real shit. Let's get here. You understand that? There's always the understanding of realness in your face because we as a people don't have that. Somebody always got a little more information out there than we do have. Never be ashamed to ask. Never be ashamed to open your ear to hear. Never be ashamed to comment about what's going on here at No Feelters. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here. You understand? Let's go. Is that real?
Trump en route to a NATO summit in the Netherlands had said Israel had called off its attack after he rebuked Israel with an obscenity and an extraordinary outburst at an ally whose military campaign he had joined just 2 days earlier. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave. Nope. You see, Trump, these people are fervent, and they're not going to back down. But you know what? Israel just made a serious mistake. Donald Trump looks bad. You know,
Thank
put it
you.
this way. I'm not saying Trump looks bad like he did something wrong necessarily. I certainly disagree with the strikes because this is what happens. Now what?
I said Donald Trump looks bad for telling people what's not going to happen and what's going to happen. Okay? Trump told Iran that Israel ain't going to bomb nothing no more and do nothing. What happened? They went against what Trump said. So Trump has put us all at risk because now he stepped in and told people what's going to happen and nothing has happened. Shout out to you, Art of Mindfare 59. Say God bless you. God bless you too, brother. Like, comment, subscribe. We in here Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. No filters. Trump has put us all at risk for trying to be a mediator. Let's keep going.
Iran, I think, may try and play nice. They got a tremendous opportunity. That's why I say Israel made a mistake. Think about it. If you're Trump and you say ceasefire and Iran gets one rocket off, it gets intercepted, nothing happens, and then Israel's like full-scale assault, and you go, stop. And they go, no. Now Trump's going to be like, okay. Iran's going to come around and say, Mr. President, it was a mistake. We reined him in. We said we'd stand off. Israel didn't listen.
What?
Trump's gonna be pissed at Israel. This will have a long-standing negative repercussion. Donald Trump, why did he engage in this strike on Iran as a show of strength? To say, we will not be trifled with. And so when Iran is playing games and Trump bombs Fordo, he says, I don't care about your negotiations. We negotiated, you didn't want to do it, we blew you up.
Wow.
Don't play chicken with Donald Trump.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I know y'all heard that. Say it again for the niggas in the back. Damn.
One rocket off, it gets intercepted, nothing happens, and then Israel's like full-scale assault, and you go, stop. And they go, no. Now Trump's going to be like, okay. Iran's going to come around and say, Mr. President, it was a mistake. We reined him in. We said we'd stand off. Israel didn't listen. Trump's gonna be pissed at Israel. This will have a long-standing negative repercussion. Donald Trump.
What?
Why did he engage in this strike on Iran as a show of strength? To say, we will not be trifled with. And so when Iran is playing games and Trump bombs Fordo, he says, I don't care about your negotiations. We negotiated. You didn't want to do it. We blew you up. Don't play chicken with Donald Trump. He bombed them to get rid of the nuclear program. Additionally, he bombed them to send a message to the world, the U.S. will blow you up.
See what I'm saying? See, and that's what I'm talking about right here. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here, Deala T, no filters. I said Donald Trump was making an example. And that's the thing, family. Anytime a person that's in power wants to make an example of somebody, but they represent a people, it's different. See, if Trump represented himself and that was it, it wouldn't matter. Trump, you could walk around this motherfucker fucking up everybody, talking shit to whoever. Okay? But when you talk about, hey, I'm just finna do this and I'm finna say that and this the way we moving and, you know, if you want to play with us, we gonna show you what the fuck we doing. That's cool. To an extent. Because this problem didn't come to Trump directly as a problem with America directly. Trump literally took himself and America and put us into this situation. This is exactly what happened. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Trump took himself and the American people and put us in this Iran and Israel war. So what we talking about how it's being handled? He chose to do that, and now we're here.
On Iran as a show of strength to say, we will not be trifled with. And so when Iran is playing games and Trump bombs Fordo, he says, I don't care about your negotiations. We negotiated. You didn't want to do it. We blew you up. Don't play chicken with Donald Trump. He bombed them to get rid of the nuclear program. Additionally, he bombed them to send a message to the world, the U.S. will blow you up.
Because we don't play that shit.
So what happens when Israel then tells...
This
See, that's the part I'm talking about, fam. Because I feel like, yeah, don't get it fucked up. Yeah, we don't play that shit. Don't be over this motherfucker talking that shit because the U.S., we strong as fuck. We on another level. I feel good. Listen, I feel good about the odds against America when it comes to anything going on in the world. Yeah. If we there, I feel good about us. I feel like we solid. I feel like we got everything we need. I feel like we'll run through some shit with no problem. All the branches of the military in America. Yes, I feel like that, for sure. I feel like we unstoppable. I feel like we can't be touched. I feel like we can't be fucked with. Now, follow me. Hit that like button. Follow me. Subscribe, family. Follow me right quick. The fact that I know we feel like we can't be fucked with is the reason why time, technology, and experiments with professors in these uranium areas, these countries like Iran and Israel, they are literally building the situation to be able to compete against us in America. Oh shit, let me say that again for the people in the back. Iran, Israel. These people are building these situations because America is so powerful. Because America has never needed no one. Because America can stand on business. That is the issue. So we have to be prepared. This ain't back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, fam. This is 2000s. We have to be prepared for how they coming. Because just like, think about this. Just like they pushed out the old TVs that had the big back on the TV. You remember them TVs? Y'all remember them TVs? Remember them TVs where they had the big back on the TVs and then they had flat screens. And then at some point, they made us have to get a flat screen because they stopped selling those type of TVs. They made us have to get Wi-Fi. They made us have to get cable unless we were going to have a converter box. You remember that? The fucking point I'm making is that technology changes all the time and that the system is designed to grind and that the system will implement the new from the old and they will wash out the old and all hell becomes new. So you have to understand, whatever that takes for new to be put into position and the old is drug out, they don't care how they do it. It's just as important to happen, just like Stargate. Stargate, that Donald Trump and them implementing Stargate is going to be a real life system, literally as if it's a big fucking AI. A big fucking AI. That don't make sense. Let's keep going.
What are you going to do about it? Trump's got a post on Truth Social where he said Israel will not drop these bombs. And Israel did anyway.
What?
You think Trump's going to stand for that? I got to tell you, man, when I heard Trump drop that F-bomb this morning, I wake up and I'm watching the news and he says this, I was just like, holy crap. He was pissed because he put his foot down. He
put his foot down, family.
He dropped bombs, a 37-hour mission. And he said, stop it now. And they said no. Both sides. No. But I'll tell you this, Iran's going to come back and be like, hey, man, we're not gonna do anything. And what's going to happen with Israel? See, the point I'm making, that single rocket that got fired from Iran, I think that was Iran saying we get the last word. Then when Trump tells Israel, stop and don't strike, like a responsible adult.
What?
Israel's like, no, they shot at us. We get the last word. So they drop. And now what's Iran going to say? I think Iran goes, Mr. President, look what they did. Look how unreasonable they are.
Think about it, bro. They over here checking in with Trump to be able to fire at each other. That's what's going on right now. They checking in with Trump to be able to shoot one another. They're asking Trump for permission, bro. So then they like, fuck Trump. We just gonna do what we want. Oh, man, it's fucked up. I don't think how serious y'all really taking this. This shit crazy. Let's keep going.
Told them not to do it. Ours, that was an accident.
Have you heard about Ryoko Pro?
Oh,
This is the
man, that
cutting-edge
ain't even
portable
hit, though,
Wi-Fi
like
console
that.
that people wish they found out about sooner.
I don't know where that goes.
Marty
But
Martin
a lot of
says
people-
they don't want to make dad mad. Shout out to you, fam. Mad Rant says more than you need, bruh. They got the new F45. No one has seen it yet. It's different. Vernon Yancey, what's up, family? We in here, hit that like button, subscribe. It's all family here, FAM, type that. You know what's up, Vernon. What's up with seeing where she at? You know the levels. We talking about it. We at war. And we don't need nobody to tell us we at war. Trump mad. Trump been cussing and shit, Yancey. You hear me, Vernon? Trump been cussing and shit to the media. He said Iran and Israel don't know what the fuck they doing. He used the same words I just used. Yeah, Vern. Yeah. Trump cussing to the media. He cussing publicly. He don't give a fuck about none of that. Let's keep going for Vern.
People pissed off, and there is concern. I'm not as concerned about this, but there is concern that Trump can't get a handle on this. That Israel's going to say, oh, okay, fine, we won't. Iran's going to come out and say, Mr. President, I defied your order. We had an agreement. Does your agreement mean nothing? We want some kind of recompense. Trump's going to have to do something. There's a concern that because of what Israel did in defying Trump, Iran just says, screw this, your word means nothing. And then we get escalation.
Damn.
The White House, Trump told reporters he was unhappy with both sides. We played that clip. So this was the deal announced last night. For those that may have missed it, just some quick context, a ceasefire deal. Now, many people asked why there was a 12-hour window. So Iran was going to stop at midnight and Israel was going to stop 12 hours later. And it's just like, okay, to be honest, why don't you say, guys, stop firing missiles? Just don't do it.
Fuck yeah, burn, they crashing out.
Is that you've already got rockets loaded up and about to launch, and they're set to fire as it is. I think it's mostly about they've got to get the orders out. They have to give official orders. It takes time to go through every branch. And so they say and that can be done quickly, but they're like, just create a buffer window. Like this is the time frame. Seems like nobody was interested in following that time frame. And thus, here we are. Netanyahu defied Donald Trump. That's absolutely wild. I'm hoping we're going to get some update here that Donald Trump will issue a statement, I suppose.
What?
Maybe he'll come out and something's got to happen. So reportedly now, what I'm seeing is Israel is saying we spoke with Trump, and after we bombed the radar site, we agreed not to do any more strikes.
That ain't
Meaning when
real.
Trump posted on Truth, do not do it. What are they going to say? Well,
Shout out to you, Sunshine in here. Shout out to you on the test. I appreciate you. We in the building. We coming, we playing, all that.
And that's not what
I'll
happened.
tell you something right
They
now.
actually went about violating what Trump told them to do. Oh, this is great, Sky News.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so
It's the
long
president.
and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
The man just cussed and said he got two countries that's been fighting so long that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's Donald Trump talking that shit. You understand what I just said? That's Donald Trump talking that shit. That man don't give a fuck about cussing. That man don't give a fuck about stepping into a war that's already been going on before. I'm talking World War III. You know what's funny, fam? World War III been going on with Iran and Israel since we can really think back. This World War III shit already been started. Let's be real. Stop all that soft ass shit coming in this motherfucker, man. There's no filters. Hit that like button, subscribe. We in here. People are really scared of World War. And I also think that they're scared of just not knowing what war looks like on our turf. See, World War, you have people in Iran, Israel, Baghdad, all Pakistan, all that shit. They know what war looks like on their soil. Because they've been through it, motherfuckers. So they know what the war looks like. Point I'm making, do you know what the war looked like on American soil? Do you know what the war looked like walking to the store to get something to drink and eat? Do you know what the world looked like driving on the highway headed to your people's house? What the fuck the world war looked like then? Because I don't know why everybody's so hung up thinking that they can't strike on our soil. I'm so hung up by people thinking that they can't do nothing to us on our soil. Shout out to you, Med Ramp. Fam in this motherfucker. So we don't get to think in our minds that this is not really real. This is real as it get, motherfuckers. You understand me? That is the realness of it. Yeah, that's the realness of it. We are at war. Eric Murphy says, look at 9/11. Vernon Yancey say they think we're untouchable. No, they think they're untouchable. And they think that we can't touch them. Or they think we can't find out about what they're doing, the way they're doing it, and the way they want to keep doing it. That's the point, fam. We don't really have a defense for when the White House fuck up. We don't have really a defense for when the president fuck up. We really don't. Joe Louis, hold on, Joe Louise Wrangle. We ain't untouchable. Talking to Verna. Joe Louise say we ain't untouchable. And Joe Louise Wrangle say we have the strongest military. I appreciate you stepping in, hitting that like button, subscribing, family. But that was my point that I made earlier. Regardless of the strongest military, why would you sit back and invest your life into the military? The military has protected us daily because we don't even know what really we're at war with daily. But if we hear about a terrorist or some type of attack or some type of crazy shit, we know that the military is going to go after that situation specifically. Situations like this coming up, World War III, you don't really know who to go after. See, you got to understand, fam. You got allies versus allies. You got allies versus non-allies. You got independent one people versus allies. Yeah, this is bigger than you thinking that the military strong, Joe Louise Wrangle. The fuck out of here thinking that the fucking military is that damn strong. So we ain't got to go through that. Shout out to Josh McBride saying, we are at war with ourselves. That is the realest shit you can say, family. And I really appreciate you tapping in. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Josh said we are at war with ourselves. Joe Louise says it is. Martin says, look at the movies, Red Dawn and The Day After, that came out in the mid-'80s. Rick says, no more wars. Man, kids are struggling. Shout out to you, fam, for understanding we don't need no more wars. No more wars. Vernon Yancey says, I meant another of Americans feel USA is untouchable. 9/11 made that clear. See, you gotta understand why the USA is untouchable. The USA is untouchable because those that are in power are the ones touching. Oh, let me say it again. The USA is untouchable because the ones that are in power are the ones touching motherfuckers. You understand me? We are untouchable because we are the ones doing the touching. We shutting down your motherfucking life, your country, your city, whatever you got going that we don't agree with. We shutting that shit down. And it's funny how you motherfuckers want to speak Americans and say we, when you want to be like we as Americans. And then there's other motherfuckers that be like, oh, we. No, they ain't saying we. Y'all just speak that shit like it's that. But you motherfuckers that be like, we the Americans, we the people, we the Americans that represent all of life, and we shut the fuck up. What's up, Viking fam? I see you up in here. You see the title? All of y'all on that we as Americans shit. What? But y'all ain't standing on shit when Donald Trump talking about going to war. How you over there talking that shit just on the strength? But y'all ain't talking that shit when that man talking about going to war. Stand on it. Whatever you believe in, stand on it. I don't give a fuck what's going on with it. Stand on it. Donald Trump just sat there in the media and cussed and said, two countries that don't know what the fuck are they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? So don't sit up in front of me and act like you don't get it. Because if that man can cuss and keep moving and don't nobody do shit to him, oh man, we in for a long motherfucking summer. You understand? We in for a long summer. Because at that point, he can do what he wants. Sean Logan says, why can't he cuss? What's up, Sean Logan? Hit that like button. You know his love. Subscribe. He can cuss. It's just the difference between him being a politic and a gangster. A real human being. A civilian. That's what Trump is. Because even when you think about people cussing, no politics cuss in front of the camera. None. Politics is so shaped up a certain way. It's dressed a certain way. It's painted a certain way for political and politics to matter in the world. So it has to be blue collar. It has to be suits. It has to be one way to be accepted, because if you bend or break that integrity of that suit, that collar, that blue collar, that order, it deteriorates. It becomes nothing. There's nothing to stand on when it deteriorates and the ground is broken up from not having no foundation to stand on. You need to stand on shit so your concrete up under your feet don't break up and you fall for anything. Say that again for the niggas in the back. Hit that like button. Subscribe. You must always have an open ear from knowledge being power. Looking at what's going on and knowing to make a sound decision on the next move that needs to be made. Hearing the information that allows us to make a decision, a sound decision on what we need to do with our future in our lives. Thus, the media, thus the news, thus the world. AAA Market says, do you think Israel is a legit country? AAA Market, I appreciate you coming in here, family. Hit that like button, subscribe. You already know what it is. But please don't say no dumbass shit in my motherfucking, in my house. You understand me? If you don't get it or don't understand it or don't have nothing to do with it or you don't care about your life and your living, the fuck up out of here. Because clearly you're not fam. See, here at No Filters with Deala T, we all fam. That's why we type FAM in the comments, because we fam. And we making sure fam knows what's going on. And what's going on is we at war. We have chosen to interfere and mediate another person's war. And now we are a part of it. You understand that? Shout out to you, Mr. Graham says, never disrespect a man in his garage. Tell him again for the motherfuckers in the back, bitch. AAA Market says, you just figure all this is happening for no reason. Fuck no. You got to be a dumbass to think all of this happening for no reason. You got to been living up under a rock or in a cave. You got to be nothing with your life to think all of this is happening for no reason. Why the fuck would Iran and Israel and America be talking for no reason? Even if it's good or bad. Bitch, don't come in here talking about is it for no reason? AAA say, what's your take on it? My bad. Go back to the beginning of this live and that's going to tell you my whole motherfucking take on it. Because clearly you've been in here this whole time and ain't got no understood. You must understand my take and our take as family here at No Filters is what we need to do to be prepared to make sure our families are okay. That's the take on it over here. You understand? Because we are very informative. Respectfully. That's fine, AAA Market. I appreciate you, fam. Tap in. It's fam. We all fam. FAM if you in here with me, AAA. Type FAM if you with me. We all fam. We need to let each other know what's going on. War is looking us right in our fucking face. You got dumb motherfuckers out here thinking that we can still go to the corner store and get some honey buns like ain't nothing gonna happen at some point. And watch your dumb ass go to the gas station and then watch something happen for real. Now let's understand why we are here. We are here for our brothers and sisters. We are here because we family. We are here to inform us so we are not in the dark when the shit go down. Oh, my bad. It's already going down. Shout out Eric Murphy, know what's up. But the point I'm making is, why do we need to hear the news say, breaking news, America at war? What will we do? Why the fuck do we need to hear that? Shout out to you, Bloom and Shine, you know what's up? Why the fuck do we need to hear that? We're not doing that at No Filters. We're not waiting on the news to tell us we at war. We can read in between the lines because we all smart over here. And if we not, we gonna let a smart motherfucker let our dumb ass know what's up. Because we need to be open to what's going on. We need to have an ear and an eye to hear and see that if it quack like a duck, walk like a duck, motherfucker, it's a duck. If it sound like war, threaten like war, it's war. So that's not like, so let's not understand how serious war is. Because a lot of you people have never seen war except for on a movie. You all don't even know conflict except for an argument. You don't know war. Let's keep going.
We'll just apologise for that language from the US president.
And that's not what happened. They actually went about violating what Trump told them to do.
Hit that like button, fam. Subscribe. We in here, No Filters. Let's get right.
Fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
That's
you
Trump.
Understand that?
Yeah, we'll just apologise for that language from the US President Donald Trump.
Shut up, you pathetic jellyfish. We'll just apologize for that president's expletive. Oh, heaven smear. No way, man. That was
Why
wrong.
would they apologize
That
for
was epic.
Trump cussing?
I saw that. I'm watching him, and he's giving this big statement about.
I'm not
Israel
apologizing for
violated the
Trump
ceasefire.
cussing. I don't give a fuck.
And then I
Y'all
saw
heard
that
it. You
and
know
I was
what's
like,
up. Stop
oh.
acting like that.
Now I don't know if Netanyahu saw that video, because them striking a.
Hold on. Mid Rant says, fam, stay in topic. War. Hold up, Mid Rant. Let's get right, fam. That's the fucking topic. The motherfucking topic is war, period. Everything around life and everything that we need to understand, have an open ear to, is everything being discussed. Everything that's going on. That's why it's No Filters, motherfucker. Don't ever come in here telling me to stay on anything. Anything I discuss is all the fucking topic. Because here at No Filters, the topic is right there in your fucking face. So evidently, Mad Rant, you must don't know what the fuck going on here, brother. It's more than just talking about war. It's about what's going on about the war. It's about how they even got into the conversation of war. It's about what comes with that. Once you start to see the domino effect, the rotation, the routine, then we can start figuring out how war is really coming. Right now, people want to call it pre-war because somebody else like Iran and Israel is already warring. But yet we got involved with that war. Don't tell me to stay on topic, motherfucker, because the topic is only war. The topic is only war because that's what we're in. And I'm trying to break down how we got in it and why we're in it now without your dumb ass telling me what topic I should be staying on. The fuck on or stay in. But understand your position when you in my house. Because there's no filters. And everybody in this house is fam. And this is FAM. Eric Murphy say, no filters. Fam say, I feel it coming. Get right or get the fuck on. You understand? The only topic is war. And what we don't know about it, and how are we inside of war? How are the American people in this war if the war didn't come to the American people? Let's keep going.
Iran, despite the fact that Donald Trump said not to do it. That we'll just apologize for that president's expletive. Oh, heaven smear. No way, man. That was raw. That was epic. I saw that. I'm watching him, and he's giving this big statement about, Israel, Iran violating the ceasefire. And then I saw that, and I was like, oh. Now, I don't know if Netanyahu saw that video. Because them striking Iran, despite the fact that Donald Trump said not to do it, is probably a very, very bad thing for them, considering how pissed off Trump is. Now, he's supposed to be meeting, he's going to NATO. Zelensky's going to be there. I got a feeling Trump's going to he's going to be giving him the evil eye. Zelensky's going to be like, Mr. President, we need Ron. And Trump's just going to be like, I swear to God. And Zelensky's going to be like, okay. Like, Trump is in no.
Wow, so Trump finna go to the summit, okay? Trump is about to go to the summit, okay? He is about to see the president of Israel. So when Trump pull up to the summit and see Israel president, he gonna be like, what the fuck I tell you to do? Trump gonna tell Israel president, what the fuck I tell you to do? I told you stop. I told you ceasefire. And you said fuck me and you still shot that shit? That's what Trump gonna say to Israel when they pull up at the summit. Now, the summit is a very important situation. Let's keep going. So when I break down what the summit may do to us as Americans because of this war with Iran and Israel. Let's keep going.
Dude, we've never seen him like this. Because again, I'll say this one more time before we wrap up here. They're playing Trump like a chump. Trump said don't. Israel said we do what we want. Later. And now Trump's got to sit back and just accept that? Trump, you going to stand for that? You going to stand for Israel making you look like a chump? Maybe. You know why? Because Trump's going to be the adult in the room. And he's going to say, as long as it stops the conflict, we're done. No reason for Trump to try and inflame tensions now by coming at Israel, despite the fact that Israel spat in his face. But you know why I said it's a huge error? Hey, look, we're going to be sending weapons. We're going to be working with Israel. And Trump's going to be like, nah. Israel's going to come back and be like, Netanyahu's going to say, we need another $2 billion this year. And Trump's going to go, $1 billion. And he's going to be like, okay, $1 billion is still really good, but it's half. Trump's going to go 500 million. And they're going to be like, why are you doing this, Mr. President? He says, because you don't fuck with me.
You understand that? That's what's going to happen with the talks. Because you got to understand, everybody's allies. Everybody's working with everybody. Everybody's trading oil, goods, jewelry, clothes, food, all type of shit, right? With the terrorists, right? So he about to see this motherfucker at the summit and dude gonna be like, what's up, man? What we doing? Let's do a no deal. What's up? Because of this ceasefire shit, because of this dumb shit right here, he gonna fuck Iran up with this shit in Israel because he not gonna get them no deals. They not gonna get no deals on nothing. They not gonna get no connects on nothing. They not gonna get no nothing on nothing for nothing because of the ceasefire bullshit violated between Israel and Iran. So moving forward in the Iran and Israel war, because originally you gotta understand this is an Iran and Israel war. Okay, this is a real war. America got involved trying to be the big brother or the mediator or the big bully, like shut it down, stop fighting. Now, think about it. When President Trump first got office back then, he spoke about them getting into it. He spoke about them constantly fighting. He spoke about them not having peace. He spoke about it being a problem. So in my mind, I know that they knew what they was getting involved with when knowing this. This was all pre-planned. Because there's no way they just found out that they want to do war now. There's no way. It just don't work like that. You understand? These conversations have been in the mix and for a long time mixing. So there's no way you get to act like this is just new information. See, this new information between you, your ass. See, this new information for you because your dumb ass done heard this shit on Google. You done heard it on TV. You done heard it on every social media outlet, but you ain't gave a fuck until you pulled up here at No Filters with Deala T. So I know the value of family and fam in this house matters most to your ass because you still hurt. And you understand that this is information for you, your family, and your friends that you matter about and your goddamn kids. We will always continue to leave this information up for people to be able to understand where we are in life now and how serious it is when we mention world war. And what we need to do to live and stay in the world. That is the realest thing we can ever speak about. Being able to maintain in the world as why war is even going on. If war comes right at your fucking doorstep, what are you gonna do? If war comes to your child's doorstep, what are you gonna do? If war comes to your job doorstep, what are you gonna do? If war is in your face at a gas station, what are you gonna do? I wait. What are you gonna do? Jerry Bailey said, how you gonna live if nukes hit your not going to know it will be too late? Shout out to Mr. Grimm. Take care, fam. Y'all have a good one. You already know. Like, comment, subscribe. We with it, Mr. Grimm. I'ma see you tomorrow at 9. We in here. Family, Jerry Bailey said, how you gonna live and know that nukes just hit your motherfucking spot and you didn't even know they hit your shit? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Jerry. The biggest thing, Jerry Bailey, is no filters. This is how you will know that nukes are on the way. No filters. The discussions, the conversations, the understanding, the comments, the love, the family, the letting us know what is going on. Right now, I am informing you all that Trump is mad for taking up for Israel and telling Iran that they won't be bombed no more, and Israel did it regardless. So he has no power or no say. So now he's just caused an extra problem for all of us within our own space. Now we have to figure out him speaking for the American people. Now American people have to be cautious about how we go about living because of Trump saying he want to step into some real shit that ain't got nothing to do with us. But yet we want to intervene, take care, be the police of these things. I get it. If it's nuclear, we want to shut it down. But if nuclear can hurt us in a way because we chose to get involved with that war, that's a difference. I support the allies because I support the homies that ride with me. Allies will always be real. But we have to understand, what are we getting ourselves into? Have you ever rode with your friend about something but knew your friend was in the wrong? Let me say that again for the back. Have you ever stood up for your friends or rode with them knowing that they were wrong? That is the situation. Trump can stand up for the people that are wrong, or Trump can stand up for these people. But yet these people choose not to do what Trump says. So they're wrong, because if we coming from a peaceful place and he's saying, hey, do this for peace, why don't they want to do it for peace? Because they've been through something. Trump and you and me will never know what Iran has been through. We'll never know, because we don't live over there. So we don't get to say what we should be doing or how we should be doing, because we don't know what they feel or how they've been through shit. We don't know what they've been through. We don't know where they going. AAA Market said, have you ever had two friends fighting over something that was stupid and destructive to all around them? Yes. That is the point of me saying, have you ever stood up for a friend and knew they was wrong? Have you ever stood up for two friends fighting against each other knowing both of them wrong? But yet the love you have for both, you stand firmly because you fall for nothing? Do we get to understand Iran, Israel? What is the problem? Do you motherfuckers really know? Because like they said, this been going on for a long time. A very long time. So trust me, I'm going to leave it right there. I want to know what you all think. This been going on for a very long time with Iran and Israel. What is the basis of this war between the two? And why does Donald Trump and America just think we are in control? You already know. I appreciate you all liking, comment on what we discussing, subscribing to the channel to never miss an episode, and sharing this with the world. As always, family, I appreciate you Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. tuning in with Deala T, and this is No Filters. Good night, family. Holla.